इशारे मिलते हैं, अव्यक्त इशारे मिलते हैं, अव्यक्त हमें बन जाने को, अव्यक्त इशारे मिलते हैं, अव्यक्त हमें बन जाने को, अब व्यक्त भान को तज करके, अब व्यक्त भान को तज करके, अव्यक्त वतन में जाने को, जाने को, अव्यक्त इशारे मिलते हैं, अव्यक्त इशारे मिलते हैं। एक आँख में मुक्ति धाम बसा, दूजे में जीवन मुक्ति धाम, एक आँख में मुक्ति धाम बसा, दूजे में जीवन मुक्ति धाम, मन में मेरा मन मीत बसा, मन में मेरा मन मीत बसा, दिल में बसा वही दिलारा, है समय यही दिल दर्पण से, है समय यही दिल दर्पण से, प्रभु का दीदार कराने को, प्रभु का दीदार कराने को, अव्यक्त इशारे मिलते हैं, अव्यक्त इशारे मिलते हैं।
Good morning, everyone. Golden morning, as somebody has wished. The song was saying that it's time that we become Avyak, that is subtle, incorporeal. So Baba is emphasizing that in today's Murli. So the Avyak Murli that we will revise today. Let me find it. Open in a second. So today we will revise this Avyak Murli that is spoken by Bab Dada on 26th January 1970. So the perfect stage of the pilgrimage of remembrance. Baba is really guiding us through what is that perfect stage that we will get through this pilgrimage of remembrance. That is the whole essence of this whole spiritual journey that we are all moving together. So let's see what Baba is telling. Bab Dada is sitting here and you are also sitting here, but what is the difference between Bab Dada and you? Baba is asking the question, what is the difference between Bab Dada and you? Because this is our meeting, we know. We are sitting together. So Baba explaining, previously Baba used to sit here in the Sakar form. But what do you now feel when you sit here? Just as Baba used to feel that he had taken a corporeal body on loan to come here, do you have the same experience? So, of course, always we know Shiv Baba comes and he takes this Sakar form of Brahma Baba on loan. So he knows he's coming and going. Brahma Baba also experiences that. And even whoever were watching Brahma Baba have experienced that Brahma Baba stage is very different when Shiv Baba is sitting in his body. And Baba is asking, do you feel the same when you are sitting here? And what is that? Baba will emphasize that the soul that I am sitting in this body, am I able to feel, experience, and hold onto that consciousness? So, what is the difference between Bab Dada and us? Bab Dada was very clear, the awareness was very strong and uncheckable that his soul sitting in the corporeal body, but us, Baba is asking throughout this Murli actually, that what do you think of yourself, your soul, or still caught up in that body and role? Baba is saying that now Baba comes as a guest. In fact, all of you also consider yourselves to be guests. But there is a difference between Baba considering himself to be this and you considering yourself to be this. I think I'll request everybody to mute themselves. Okay. So the method that Baba is telling today is that Baba used to consider he is a guest. And in fact, all of us also consider ourselves to be guests. Do we consider to be guests, or we are so much and like engaged in our life? We think this is all reality, and that is where comes all the anger, disappointments. If I'm a guest, I go to somebody's house, I know I have to go back home within few hours. So that is the consciousness Baba is awakening in us. So all of you also consider yourselves to be guests, Baba says. But there is a difference between Baba considering himself to be this and you considering yourself this. A guest is someone who comes and goes. He comes now in order to go back. That was the experience of the intellect's yoga, and this is now the practical experience. So Baba comes now in order to go home, in order to take all of us home. But as a guest also, when we visit somebody's house, we know we want to go back home. And Baba is saying that was the experience of the intellect's yoga, and this is now the practical experience. Like practically, yourself, are you experiencing it? So souls saw Baba and felt that Baba is in beyond stage. And now you yourself, are you experiencing practically that you are in the beyond stage? Baba is saying you have to experience in the same way as Baba how to enter another body and perform actions. Another body, not my body, even. Day by day, the stage of your children will become more and more like the Father's stage. So if we are continuous with this pilgrimage of remembrance, then our stage will also day by day become more and more like the Father's stage. That Father is soul has entered a different body and doing some parts that is necessary, beneficial, and then the soul will leave. So that stage Do we feel that I am the soul sitting in this body to do the part and I'm separate? That's what Baba is talking. Listen. Baba says you will also feel as though you have truly taken that body on loan, that you are guests just in order to perform actions. So that's our aim. As we, progress in yoga, meditation, that should be what you should be feeling. Then you know that the meditation or yoga is happening accurately. That this body you have taken on loan and you are a guest just in order to perform actions. And we can think about it. What kind of action? What is the time? Elevated actions that is a help to God. I'm a helper of God. What a fortune. So this body I have gotten on loan, I've taken on loan so that I can perform the actions, but I'm not this body, right? So I'm a guest. It's like a house I've entered and I will leave after I'm done with the actions I'm meant to do. Unless you consider yourselves to be guests, you cannot have the stage of detachment. So Baba is saying, unless you consider yourselves to be guests, you cannot have the stage of detachment. This would be our really the best practice today to check ourselves that am I a guest or how much am I attached or engaged? How much ownership, possession, possessiveness we feel for the things, the relationships, the body, the health, how I look, all these things matter to us. For detachment, we have to consider ourselves as guests. What is the speciality of those who stay in the stage of detachment for a long time? So, the speciality of those who stay in this kind of stage of detachment, that they are guests here, they are here to perform beneficial actions. They're not attached anywhere, they're not seeking or wanting anything from others. Who stay in such stage of detachment for a long time is talking about the speciality of them. The speciality is that those who stay in the stage of detachment for a long time, through their words and behavior, others can experience the stage of being beyond. Just through their words, as they will speak, they will behave. Not only that, others will experience that they are beyond the stage beyond the sound, beyond the physicality, but whoever are listening to them also will experience that deep silence, peace, and being beyond. The higher the stage becomes, the more you will experience being beyond. So, for ourselves, when we do this accurate yoga and for a long period of time with focus, our stage will, ascend, right? The ascending age, confluence age. So, the higher the stage becomes, as we progress, our stage becomes higher, the more we will experience being beyond. Whilst in a body, you have to reach the stage of being beyond. You should experience the bodiless one, that is soul, that you are, being separate from the body. You are not the body. You, the soul, is separate from the body. Whilst in a body, you have to reach the stage of being beyond. Not in a single moment that you will recognize yourself as this body and role. That's being beyond. But always the big picture. The being beyond means you don't forget this is confluence age. We are playing parts. Baba's role is happening now and we are returning home. Me, the soul, am a guest here. I'm not this body role relationships, achievements. but I'm a soul. So that is our higher stage. Each one of us will reach to, because each one who is making effort will definitely experience it. And Baba is saying you should experience the bodiless one. That is your soul being separate from the body. This is called the complete stage of the pilgrimage of remembrance, or the practical result of yoga. Practical result of yoga, complete stage of the pilgrimage of remembrance, is that you will never ever see yourself as the body, or understand, recognize the self as the body, or achievements, or relation, or role. As well as, what was the other thing Baba said? That you will stay beyond the stage, I mean, beyond the sound, and others will also experience that from you. They will also go beyond the sound as they interact with you. That's the practical result of yoga. You consider yourselves the soul separate from the body, and you give that experience to others to be in the beyond sound stage, as well as you stay in that beyond sounds. While speaking, the stage of detachment should pull you. While speaking, can you take a break? While speaking, can you see yourself? That it is me, the soul, speaking through this mouth, the body. That is how, once like you give into that stage of detachment will pull you. You love to bring that consciousness from time to time as you are doing actions. Whilst listening to anything, it should be as though you are not hearing it. But you are in that stage of total contentment, peace, joy. You are an essence of the whole thing that you are, soul. So somebody's saying something while listening, it's not like you are not affected by the emotion of what you are hearing, what you are listening to. Baba says others too should have this feeling that you are not listening, or you are not affected by the emotion, what they're sharing, because that is important. When we can, stay in a stable stage of no matter what the other person is sharing with me, that means I'm not judging what I'm hearing, not I am becoming affected. Means if that person is sad, I'm feeling sad. If the person is devastated, I'm feeling really affected. Then the other people can feel it, and that empowers them. So that's what Baba wants us to be. So while speaking, the stage of detachment should pull me, that the bigger picture of me, the soul speaking through mouth, should be visible to me, myself. And while listening, you are stable. You are being the soul listening, so that you can be help and empower others. And when it is a waste, also doesn't affect. I mean, you can give that feeling to others that it's a waste. So, like so many stories we have heard that many senior sisters share, that when they have gone in front of Bab Dada, Brahma Baba, Mama, or seniors, dadis, they have many things to ask, questions, doubts, complaints, and as they go in front of them, it all dissolves. Why? Because it's a waste. You get the essence, the whole sense of the knowledge, and the questions dissolve. That is the power of staying in that stage of detachment. So, such a stage is called the karmatit stage, that no emotions of actions are pulling you. Karmatit means to be free from any bondage of the body. Karma atit, beyond the effect of karma or the actions that you're doing to the body. So you are free from any bondage of the body. And that's a very high stage, and that's our destination. And that is only possible when I do pure actions, with pure intentions, with total soul consciousness. Then my actions will be always accurate. It will not affect me anymore. I mean, I'll not look back or I'll not feel that this was not done properly. That is called karmatit. No action of yours are in any sense wrong that it will pull your intellect or mind afterwards. Likewise, the karmatit means others' actions, which may not be perfect and pure, will not affect you. So you are beyond the effect of body or physicality. You are free from the bondage of the body. That karmatit. You would also be performing actions, but not be creating any karmic accounts through those actions. It is as though you are detached, that there is no attachment. So I hope that qualifies that will do actions, but there will be no karmic accounts, and that is only possible when you are in total awareness of who you are and your actions are pure, soul conscious. That is our neutral karma, a karma that will do in the golden age. Matits. So Baba is bringing our attention to that to reach to that. So it is as though you are detached and there is no attachment. You're doing actions knowing the benefit of it and you're doing it using your soul's power to do it. But there is no attachment or any selfish motive. The one who is performing actions is separate from the action itself. We so much, relate or recognize or resonate us with the actions. This action I did, the others, you feel happy that others got benefit out of it, or what others would think to that action, good or bad. And that is where we feel guilty. Sometimes my action is not right. So this is when we have passed all these phases to the stage where we are very aware that I'm a soul and my actions are accurate. You are doing it rightly. That is separate. You are separate from the action itself, and you are very clear or aware that your actions are accurate, right? That is the state, formatted state. We all are heading to, will reach there. Day by day, you will continue to have such an experience. There is no need to use your intellect a lot when you have reached this stage. As soon as you have a thought, only that which has to happen. You'll not use intellect anymore. You're very clear that, oh, this thought has come, let me do. You don't need to, analyze it. So that's intellect does, right? Analyzes, should I do, shouldn't I do? And that is a stage we all move through, but check. If you are in that stage, you have to rise above from that. So Baba is saying that day by day, you will reach there. Your experience will increase of being permitted. And what will happen as a result? That as soon as you get a thought, you will do it. You will be very clear. Your intellect, your heart, everything will be in alignment, and you will just do the actions. So you'll get the right thoughts and the right actions will take place because you'll do it. You don't need to analyze right or wrong, should I do or not. So everyone has to reach this stage. Remember, there's no escape. We all have to get there. So if we can understand it and put a plan for us and practice, so that you have to get there. Every soul has to reach there. Before arriving in the incorporeal world, you first have to go to the subtle region. Everyone has to meet there. Then you will go to your home and then to your own kingdom. Just as there is a gathering in the corporeal world, so in the same way, the gathering will take place in the subtle region. Think about it, right? A time will come, we all will gather in the subtle region together. If in the physical world we do gather. And then from there, we'll all go to home, and then each of us will go to our kingdom, all the different parts of our kingdom, your own kingdom, Babas. So, like in the corporeal world, the gatherings take place, in the same way the gathering will take place in the subtle region. That gathering of angels is very close. Who are there in the subtle region? Angels, right? So in our angelic forms will be there, will gather in the subtle region, and Baba is saying that gathering of angels is not far. Time is very close. You used to relate stories of how angels would meet together, how the spirits would converse with the spirits. You will have the same experience. You will have the practical experience of the stories that you related. So some point we heard the stories of angels. We told to our children or sisters, brothers, or friends. But Baba is saying now you are practically experiencing it because we have awakened to soul consciousness. You are now waiting in anticipation for the days of that gathering. At present, you are instruments for service. You experience sitting in the Avyakt stage whilst the mind and body have forgotten everything of the corporeal world. So Baba is saying we have to still come to this, doing actions stage, karmati, and all because we are instruments for service. It is the time for service, time for inspiring everybody to awaken themselves and ascend themselves, make the effort. So Baba is saying, however, while doing actions, right, you experience sitting in the Avyakt stage whilst the mind and body have forgotten everything of the corporeal world. So that will be our checking point today. How much am I Avyakt, or how much my mind is focused on my body, relationships, role, other things. So Baba is asking, which place do you consider yourselves to be residents of? Do you consider yourselves to be residents of the Supreme Abode? For how long do you remember it? You should just remember this one thing, that you, the soul, a resident of the Supreme Abode, have come into this corporeal world to perform a godly task. That is the whole summary. I am a guest. I belong to the Supreme Abode, to the incorporeal world. So just remember one thing Baba is saying, that you, the soul, a resident of the Supreme Abode, have come into this corporeal world to perform a godly task. Check your actions, your thoughts, your energies, your words. Is it doing godly tasks? Is it doing service, bringing benefit to others? Because that is why we are here right now. Having come to Madhuban, what special virtue have you taken? The special virtue of Madhuban is sweetness. Madhu means honey, means sweetness, loving. The more love you have, the greater the unlimited disinterest you will have. The more love you have, the more love you experience of this avyaktness, the Baba's love, Madhuban, the whole, godly family, the greater will be your unlimited disinterest. Unlimited disinterest to the physicality, the world will increase. This is the meaning of Madhuban, to be extremely loving and to have just as much an attitude of unlimited disinterest. If you return, having imbibed the special virtue of Madhuban in your life, you will easily become perfect. What is that? Extremely loving and sweet. Then you can easily become perfect. Then you will be able to become a number one spiritual teacher, because as you're imbibing, so you will give others the experience of that. You have to imbibe both these virtues in your life, being sweet and loving, pure, right? Before stepping outside the boundary of Madhuban, completely fill yourself with this. If you firstly fill yourself with love And secondly, with the attitude of unlimited disinterest, you will easily be able to face any situation. Sweetness, because I am soul, godly child, and no interest in this physical world. That this body is my, like it's a guest. The body is not my, it's my home, it's temporarily. Unlimited disinterest. Nothing I'm seeking or enjoying from this physical world. But remember, sweetness, and this is a godly task, service. Then you will be easily able to face any situation, Baba is saying. Unlimited disinterest and sweet. In order to become a star of success, take these two main virtues with you as a gift from Madhuban. Whenever you go anywhere, as soon as you reach that place, you ask, what is the speciality of this place? Then you take back with you that speciality with you when you return. Therefore, take back with you the two special virtues of Madhuban: unlimited disinterest and sweet, loving, pure, sweet, and loving. Just as people take back honey, in the same way, take back the honey of subtle sweetness. Then there will be nothing but success. Very powerful line. Sweetness and unlimited disinterest will only bring success to you. Failure will be removed from your life. Star of success will be seen sparkling on your forehead. Are you stars of success? Stars of efforts? What do you consider yourself to be? Are you stars of success as the aim? So the qualifications for that aim. If you still consider yourselves to be effort makers, then by considering yourself to be that, you allow yourselves to make little mistakes. You think you are still effort makers anyway. However, you are not effort makers now, for you have to become embodiments of success. Till when will you continue to make effort? Only when you have become an embodiment of success will you be able to show other souls the path. If you yourself continue to move along as an effort maker till the end, when will you experience the reward of the confluence age? Will you remain an effort maker all your life? Will you not attain the reward of the confluence age in a practical form? What is the fruit of effort of the confluence age? Success. So, in order to become an embodiment of success, you have to have faith that there will be success. Maybe we'll stop here and continue tomorrow, but what is that in the last section Baba is talking about is that what you think is what you'll become. So if you say I'm an effort maker, then I'll become, carelessness will come in, where I'll say I'm still making effort. So yeah, I can do a little bit, of some mistake. It's so subtle. We don't do deliberately, knowingly, but it happens because I'm saying I'm still making effort. But Baba is saying you have to say that I'm an embodiment of success. So as is the aim, so will be your effort. That's the thought that will take you to be careful that you won't do any mistake. So it is very deeper aspect in this Baba is saying. Baba is reminding us that this is confluence age and the fruit of effort in the confluence age is success. So when will you experience the practical fruit, the success of confluence age? If you think I have to make effort, I have to make effort, I'm doing this mistake, I'm doing that mistake, our focus shouldn't be there. And Baba is saying, subtly, if I say I'm an effort maker, then I may, bring the margin to do mistake. Carelessness may come. I think it's okay. I'm anyway making effort. So let's shift from effort maker to star of success, because your effort is accurate. And for that, Baba says, you have to have faith that there will be success. You have succeeded in the last cycle and you will succeed in this Very true. I think we'll take it forward from here tomorrow. So we can bring on some proper discussion if anybody wants to talk. We can take a minute of silence and check what is that stayed with you, what is that you heard. Let's have it and share it. Okay, Om Shanti. I'll call upon some of you to share your point that stayed with you and you'll take it for practice. I hope everybody can unmute themselves. Anyone who likes to share? Any point from today's Murli? Are you all
Om
aware?
Shanti. Om Shanti, a beautiful, very deep Murli. The feeling of being a guest in this world, being a guest in this body, and do a activity, spiritual activity with a spiritual approach, and then again go back to the Param Dham. That is a pleasure.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, that is the most essential point to remember. I'm a guest. Thank you so much. Yeah, somebody else wanted to share, right? Would you like to speak? I think Om shared. I think so. I'm not sure, brother, your name.
Yeah, I have just shared that feeling of
Yes.
being a guest. I mean, it's a really wonderful, wonderful. Guest is always detached from this world, the old world, always
Yeah,
connected with the Param Dham and the new world,
yeah.
where the soul actually belongs to. So it is ready to again just take a left and go back to the Param Dham.
Right.
Comes only for a second here and then again goes back.
Goes
Om Shanti.
back. That's a very good practice of,
Yeah,
as Baba
yeah,
says many times, that come to the body, do the actions, and then detach from the action from the body. And I was thinking also when we go to somebody's house, we are detached, we enjoying, but yet our mind pulls home, right? Like our
yeah.
physical home, that when will I go, I'll get ready, I'll sleep, or I'll relax. So our mind should be connected with the home soul world right now. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Thank you, Baba.
Yes, Jagdish, sister or brother, you can share. You have raised hand.
Om Shanti.
Tejaswini.
Om Shanti. Am I audible, sister?
Yes, yes, we can all hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Today, Baba gave us one beautiful knowledge about how to about Madhuvan. He says Madhuvan's special word is sweetness and loving, and he also gave us one good tool to become star of success. That is, we have to be how to become extremely loving and to have an attitude of unlimited disinterest.
Right.
Then we will easily become perfect. And the easy method for that is to have the conscious that we, the soul, a resident of the Supreme Abode, we come into this corporate world to perform a godly task.
Yeah. Beautiful, Tejaswini. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you.
Om Shanti,
Girija,
sister.
yeah, Om Shanti.
The title itself, Pilgrimage of Remembrance. I remember how Baba used to tell a lot in the Sakar Murlis. Your pilgrimage is different than the pilgrimages done by others. They have to trek, they have to walk, they have to fast, they have to spend money, they have to set aside so many things, and then they go on a pilgrimages. And Baba also spoke very recently in a Murli, how in those pilgrimages accidents take place and all, etc. So I used to just think, what is the pilgrimage? What Baba mentions, it is this in Rajyoga, this pilgrimage, which is said to be unique. It is such I can do this pilgrimage anywhere, sitting anywhere. I just have to think I'm away beyond from this body. So the meaning or the essence, what Baba has given us about the pilgrimage of remembrance is itself a lovely motivation for us to go on this pilgrimage. But today he speaks of the stage. Today Baba is saying, when you're sitting, think that you have taken this body on loan. I used to often think how Brahma Baba used to get this feeling. Brahma Baba always felt that he's nothing, whatever he's saying is Shiv Baba's saying. But to take a body on loan, I think that's a very great effort. For me, I'm so attached to this body. So that's why sometimes we feel tired, we feel not connected. We hear a sound, immediately we get used to that sound. That one thing, that this body is on loan, is the first thing I have to take in to go up on the stage of detachment, and then to be bodiless. That is, I am different. So I can really feel the energy going from up above, and to my thing, and I feel I am out, and as if I can see my body from beyond. I think that's what one should experience. That is the complete stage of remembrance, which is an experience which every day one should make. Om Shanti.
Beautiful, yeah. Being able to see the body, me being a soul, and taking, I have taken the body on loan to do that godly task. And I think in that consciousness, if we look at our actions, we can, make it accurate, like no time to sit and like check and think it was a mistake or somebody is doing or saying something. We don't get caught in that. So don't relate, like don't recognize yourself as the action, but you are the one who is doing the action and who you are. Thank you, Girija. Is there anybody else who would like to bring some thoughts?
Om Shanti, sister.
Yes, Sonia, sister, go ahead.
Yeah, Om Shanti. In the Murli, where Baba is talking about the karma stage today, here Baba is saying, while listening to anybody, it should be as though you are not hearing it. Others too should have this feeling. Sister, I have little contemplation on this, and further I'd like to elaborate further. Like this means Baba says when somebody is coming in front of you and you are in karma stage, while listening while hearing you are out of the stage, means physically you are not listening because you are combined to Baba, but the soul who has come in front of you is getting whatever she wants to have, like that satisfaction, that love and affection, and you are combined with Baba, but that soul is getting whatever she wants to get. Like Baba was in karmati stage, whenever the soul used to come in front of them, Baba is in his remembrance, and the soul is satisfied that whatever she wanted to say, she kept quiet. This is my contemplation, but I would like to like you to further elaborate this karmati state, please.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You said it right. So combined form with Baba, so that when I am listening to the person, I'm not, as I said, carried away by the emotion of what the person is sharing or judging. Because if I get affected emotionally by their story, what they're telling, or I'm judging, then I become the obstacle between that soul and Baba. So you said it right. When I just stay in that combined form, I don't have to really speak a lot, and the soul receives what it is requiring because it's from Baba. It flows to the soul. So I become the instrument in between only if I can, let the soul express and stay in my soul consciousness and in combined form with Baba. That's a very powerful practice if we all can do for every time, as many times as you can practice, so that it becomes a practice every second that you're aware Baba is with you, and there is some action happening because it has a goal. Like the person is sharing something, and Baba is here to give whatever the soul needs through me. So I think that is how it will all work. I would say the same thing as you said. So, no judgment for others, but stay in that soul conscious combined. That is karmatic stage.
Yeah. One more point to share what I was getting today. Actually, in this stage only, Baba is saying day by day you will continue to have such an experience. There is no need to use your intellect a lot when you have reached this stage. And as soon as you have a thought only which has to happen, take place. I was getting this point as like in routine you are on your automated stage because you are habitual of doing something. When you have this stage and you are practicing this, then you are just out of decision fatigue, because you don't have to take decision, because you are like in habitual sense you are doing whatever is required. In that sense, if you are in remembrance, then there is no decision making like I have to do this, I have to do that. That fatigue, we are just out of that fatigue. I was getting this point. I said, yeah.
True. So the tiredness, the fatigue of trying to make decision, should I do or not? In short, the confusion will dissolve. Thought has come means a thought you get means that is an indication that you have to do something. That is a thought you must do or pay attention to your thought actually. So you'll get to that stage and will be very sure that it is the right action and will go ahead with it. And you'll be less tired. You got it. Yeah.
Thank you, sister. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Just one line, what Dadi Prakashmani, I remember when she spoke of Karmati, he said, Aisa hoga, you will not be in bondage to that person who's talking to you or what you're listening. You will not have attraction even to that soul. So that is, you're free from the influence of the soul who is speaking or whatever you're hearing. So when you have no karmic, when you have no bondage, then you will be calm and cool even when whatever is heard or whatever is spoken. And when what you say, it will be yukti. You will not make a mistake. For this, Baba always says your yoga should be very good. So once my yoga is good, totally no, जो भी बोल रहे हैं, जो भी मैं सुन रही हूँ, I will not come under that influence. So in that stage, when I'm listening and hearing, it will be, I cannot make any mistakes and I can give the right response to. I remember I don't remember that class, but there's one point of hers I thought I should share for Karmati.
Thank you. Yeah, powerful point. Very true. Very true. Said it right, and right point from Dadi Prakashmani. So I think the cool and calm, as you said, that's kind of the equanimity, the power of staying calm because you know who you are and means soul and Baba's child, and that is where you can help the other soul. You can give you a response. Yeah, thank you. I don't know how much time we have, but if there is anybody else, any point that we didn't discuss you want to bring on that touched your heart?
This is just a
Yes.
scene which I was contemplating, that I am a honeybee, and my permanent abode is the honeycomb, the Madhuban, from where I have come as a guest to every flower in this world, and picking up the nectar, basically the spirituality, the vision of spirituality. I'm
Yeah.
picking up the qualities, looking at only the qualities. I mean, looking at everyone as a soul, and again, flower to flower, and then coming back, ready to go back to the honeycomb, Madhuban. Om Shanti.
Very beautiful visualization, right? We are honeybees flying and picking up the honey and bringing back to the honeycomb. And yeah, that will be shared by many, right? Everybody will enjoy the honey. That's beautiful visualization. Thank you, brother. Okay. If there is no more points for today, let's just maybe 2 minutes. We all have contemplated, have heard some visualizations, so that's great. Let's take it all in. Yes. Rashmi, you want to say something?
Yeah, Om Shanti Anuben. Beautiful manthan is going on. So just one thing that struck my mind, that the basic thing and the basic need to become the karmatit is to understand the highest bondage we have. The soul is connected to the body, the maximum bondage with the body. And when we call it body, that means the panchendriya, the five senses. So when we will go beyond this karmendriya, this sthul and suksham karmendriya, as Baba says, but we are very much attached with the sthul karmendriya also. So that way also it will help us to move towards that stage when we will really work on going beyond the desire, the pulling that we feel from our karmendriya.
Mhm.
Thank you.
That's beautiful, Rashmi. So it's the the sense organs they pull, right, for the experiences. So you'll be free from that. And that's right. That is the biggest connection of the soul with the body. And that is what we have to conquer. And that is where Baba is mentioning today that you, the soul, is separate from the body. So I think that's a practice you have to take to that level. And then definitely, yeah, you are free. You are out of that bondage. And we can experience the soul. That's beautiful. So are we ready to just sit in silence to hear and contemplate through a few words? So let's do that. In the silence, tap onto that inner, very pure, silent space. So inside out, there is silence. And as you just experience the breathing so calm, you feel the gentle light shining its peace, its love, its total contentment in the center of the forehead. And this soul that you are is not tied up with any strings to the body. It is totally free. The soul that sits at the center of the forehead is spreading life to the body. The soul is using this body to express its qualities, actions. but actions, the look of the body, the connections and relationships that the soul establishes through the body do not define the soul. You, the soul, is the sweetest, loving, and extremely loved by God. Soul is full of all the positive qualities and virtues, and your actions using those qualities define you. You, the soul, are here to help God to demonstrate the qualities of the soul in every action. And God, sweet Father, pulls you up and up and up to your original stage, that you could see everything that is true. The body and the soul, they are separate. You are here for a purpose. You are playing your part in the confluence age with God now. And all you want is to return home. That's sweet. So with this awareness and consciousness, let's make every second of the conference age worthwhile. I, the soul, am playing my highest part with the highest on high, sweet God, and expressing the soul's qualities and helping many to experience the God's love that they all are seeking. So I, the soul, playing the highest role in the most auspicious confluence age with the highest and high God, and I'm being loved immensely by God, and I share God's love with others through my actions. Om Shanti. So let's take the beautiful thoughts we all contemplated to the day and make it a part of us. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Anuben. See you tomorrow again.
Yeah.
Thank you,
See you
Divine
tomorrow.
Family.
Thank you,
All of
Baba.
you.
Have a good day. Anuben, you need to close the session.
Sure, I will end the session. Bye, everyone. Have a great day today with Baba every second.